This video shows how a label style works that I created a long time ago. It determines if it's right or left on a curve. So you can then add it to your drawing, and then it doesn't work on a drag state, but it'll pick right or left, and it'll make the left or right text really small, so you can't see it in the location here. In the drag state, you could just set it as composed if you want to keep the same text height. So the way this works is that there's a bunch of expressions here in the settings tab. And so I have, it first starts by creating radian values. So it's going to convert the double value into radians. And it does that just by simply adding delta angle and then formatting the results as double. And this just gives me a radian value instead of a degree value or whatever value it was. And then I have in direction double, start direction double, and then I just take the in direction plus the start, and that gives me the delta value. And now I can check the value, which I do in the check value expression. So I have start direction double plus the delta double, and then I check to see if it's 2 times pi, which is a radians value. And then if it is, then I use this value. If not, then I use that value. Now that I have a check value, I can then check that expression. And here's my check value. And then I'm just checking to see the direction of the end, if it's right or left of it. And if it is, then I set the text height to 0.1 divided by 12, since this is in English drawing units. And if not, I make it really small. And then the same thing happens for the check left. But in this case, I'm just looking for the check right. And I'm using, if it's small, then I know it's left. And then I use the values in English units. So if this was metric, you would just change it to the appropriate value in meters. And then once it's added there, I can then add it to the label. So in this case, I have a right and a left value. So on the right, there's a drop down. That's where that check right comes from. It sets the text height to be either really small or the correct size. And then the contents are just right. And then on the left, it's the same thing, except for it's check left, and then the left value is there. And so that's how this label is created and the anatomy of it.